Sawadee Cup and welcome to another episode here for the Fungal Pod, and it's Tuesday, so you know what it means, Thailand Tuesday time, exactly. And well, this week there's not that much that annoyed me, or there haven't been like that many questions, like just a few like questions that I can answer very, very fast. For example, today's Halloween officially, I mean, if you're celebrating. So a question was actually like, how is Halloween in Thailand? And I actually answered it on my website, www.my-thai.org. Just like OMG, just ORG. Yeah, there are parties. I think, for example, tonight there's a big one in Khao San Road, apparently. Makes sense, obviously, the party road or the backpacker / tourist road here in Bangkok. Other than that, there have been lots of Halloween-themed parties over the weekend. But other than that, I haven't seen anyone trick-or-treating or anything like this here in Bangkok ever since I moved here, which has been a long time now. So I think the parties are becoming bigger and a bigger thing, but there's no trick-or-treating, or it's not like a big thing because it's just not a Thai holiday / event. Okay, answered that question. You can also see that I'm not the biggest fan of it, even though, and if you're watching the video, you see me bending down, coming up and holding a Halloween balloon. Why? Because, well, I celebrate Halloween with my cats. More on this on the Catcast and coming soon. Just because, and had some costumes for them. I know that sounds weird, but it was fun, and that's why I have some of Halloween decoration here, but that's about it. Fun fact, cats don't like balloons. But back to the Thailand Tuesday. So I answered the Halloween question. Then I had some follow-up question on where I'm now buying my nutrition, because I said you can buy it here, you can buy it there, you can buy it on Lazada, blah, blah. So I personally, if you're really interested, I buy it on fitway.com, not affiliated. Maybe I should be affiliated. So I buy it on fitway.com simply because I got tired of always looking through Shopee, Lazada, whatever, all those online stores. Usually the online stores are way cheaper than the physical stores. Quality-wise, they have the same brands usually, but you never know if it's the original thing or not, right? I mean, fake products are so good at faking it these days, so it's tough. I mean, you get the seal and everything, and yes, tested in the US and whatever, but I mean, everyone can print it, so. But yeah, so I do order online. I do trust Fitway more or less because I see lots of guys in the gym using it too, so I guess peer kind of review works. Yeah, that's how I ended up on fitway.com, and it's just the easiest right now because I have my order. I just place it once a month or so, and then I get the stuff. So yeah, but again, I'm not affiliated, so I'm not personally attached to it. If you have anything better, please do let me know. Okay, then. I didn't plan this, but today I went to the hairdresser, and if you're watching, then look at this hair reveal live on video. And I did the same thing when I went to the hairdresser. So I went to the hairdresser on the way to Muay Thai training. So I stopped at the hairdresser. It takes like 10-15 minutes max, right? So I stopped on the way to training because I just felt like in the back the hair was a bit longer now. I don't like it when it's too... It's not long, but if it's like a little bit longer, and then you sweat and so on, especially if I now train a lot, I just don't like that. So I went to the hairdresser to like just cut it down. And the hairdresser was talking to her colleagues in Thai, and so she does know that I speak Thai. So then I sit down, I take off my baseball hat that I usually wear, and she's like, she tells her colleague like, "Mami pomlei," which is translated like, "Oh, he doesn't have any hair already." And it's a throwaway joke, I guess. I mean, my hair always is very short, obviously, and the hair is going out a little bit on the back, unfortunately, as what it happens when you're getting older. And so I went there, and then I looked at her like first with a dead face, like I just like a joke dead face. So I was like just faking being mad, but with a smile, but like serious, you know what I mean, like a serious smile, like I know what you're saying, I'm mad, but I'm not really mad. And then she asked me in Thai, so, "Oh, put Thai dai lo," and I'm like, well, No, so I speak a little bit. And then she's like, oh my God. And she was blushing and she apologized. She whined and she's like, cut out. Which means like, sorry. It was kind of funny though then. And I was like, I might lie. It's all fun. Joking is fine. And then we just kept talking in Thai a little bit. Like she asked me a few basic, easy questions that I can easily answer by now, obviously. So she was impressed with my basic Thai skills, which was nice. It's always nice to hear that, like that, if they don't expect it and then you speak a little bit of Thai, and they're like, oh my God, you speak Thai, that's so cool. Which is, it's just nice because it's just easy small talk. They're happy, you're happy. Those 10-15 minutes fly by and then it's all good and it's by, and then next time they can make another joke if they even remember me, because I go to the same hairdresser but it's always different. I do the same shop but it's always different hairdressers there. So I don't know if they even remember me or us or foreigners, if they're all the same. That was just funny in the moment, so I did appreciate that. Which leads me to then the main thing, right? Or the main thing, like one of the things, and I try to keep the squeaking under control. Sorry, that was a microphone cable. So the other day when I went to Muay Thai training, I talked with a friend there. Yeah, I do have friends sometimes. I talked with a friend there, and we were just talking about life and work and everything. And I was talking about like this one new class that I had at university, and that we made some jokes about political correctness and wokeness. It's about communication and so on, right? So I told him that, like, my students, they made some jokes that actually were quite funny, like a bit controversial, but like in a safe class setting. It's a bit of like those, if he makes those controversial jokes, I can at least see that they understand the matter, and then we can talk about whether or not that was controversial, and like why did they say that, and why do some people think it's controversial, blah blah, and so on. And you get the gist. It's not an academic podcast here right now. But I told him like that some of them were quite funny, and even when they're making those controversial jokes, not super controversial, but a little bit controversial jokes, then that shows me that they understand the matter and that they understand satire, for example, and so on, which is just cool, sarcasm, right? And then my friend was like, oh yeah, that's cool. So they do use sarcasm. I'm like, yeah, they do. And then we talked about, like, very often you have the feeling that, like, in Thailand, not everybody gets sarcasm, and that sounds like, if you're an expert or a foreigner and you judge like your host country, like, oh, people here don't get it. But then I as we said that, I realized, well, that must be like a cultural thing. And I didn't just realize it back right now. I realized it way back when, of course, but it just popped up in my head again, because I think I realized that with my students, for example, I use lots of sarcasm because I simply assume that they know me by now, and B, they will understand. If it's a new class, they will get to know me, and they speak English well enough so that we're all on the similar level. My Thai is just not good enough to be sarcastic in Pasar language, in Thai language. I think that's actually the main problem. So when my friend said, yeah, usually in Thailand sarcasm, I'm like, yeah, but there must be a reason. And I think the reason is simply that it's hard to translate sarcasm, and my Thai is just not good enough to be sarcastic in Thai. So now my goal for the next few weeks, months, and so on is, of course, to be even more proficient in Thai, and to be more able to be also sarcastic and hopefully also funnier in Thai than I already am, of course. So let's see how that goes. So if you have any tricks there, or like if you're like fluent in Thai sarcasm, I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on this. Like, how did you manage that? Is it just learning by doing? Because the thing is, if I watch Thai television, for example, right, those entertainment shows, comedy shows, and so, I think even though I understand the words, I don't think it's funny, and that must be like, because I don't get this in between the lines communication, right? So I still need to get better at that, but I wonder, how do I do that? Like, how did this happen with English? Right? I'm thinking live on the podcast right now. How did it happen with English, right? It's because maybe English is like closer to German, like at least like the culture-wise, so that we have like similar ways of joking, maybe. So maybe that's why it was easier. So yeah, I really have to work on that. Again, if you have any tips, practices, best cases, like how did you do it? If you learn Thai and do get the jokes, and so I do understand if someone's joking. I just don't think it's funny. But it's also because I'm German, maybe. Who knows? So let me know how you made it work and how you made it happen, because I'm really curious to hear what I could do there to be better at like this reading between the lines, being sarcastic in Thai, joking around, and so on. Because again, while my friend said, in Thailand people aren't sarcastic, it was like, no, it's because we don't speak the language well enough, of course. So we are the ones who are not funny / sarcastic enough in the host country's language. So I mean, gotta definitely be better there. So I'm really trying to find ways to be better there. Yeah. So that was my thought that I wanted to put out there. It's stuck in my head for a few days, and I thought, like, if I verbalize it, maybe it makes more sense, or I figure out like how to do it. I haven't yet, but maybe you can let me know what's the best way to be more fluent in Thai sarcasm. That would be really helpful. Okay. I think we leave it with this week, because it's been 10 minutes already. So I usually try to keep the Thailand Tuesday at 10 minutes. Like all my other podcasts, I talk so long. So Thailand Tuesday, only 10 minutes. For next week, then I will collect a few more questions again. I have been way more active now. Also on the website again, I posted I think 2 or 3 articles already. There will be 2 or 3 more going live until next week. So I expect more feedback there and more questions I can answer until then. But if you have anything in particular, shout out at FunkitPod on all the socials, or funkitpod@gmail.com via email. Until then, like, share, subscribe, rate this podcast so we can get a bigger audience, a wider audience, and we can learn Thai from each other. Until then, take care, stay safe. Jokti and Saudi Cup.